And for Pokedjacent, we're going to do nice, light, fluffy. We're both holiday people. We're going to talk about, in this Pokedjacent segment, our favorite nerdy Christmas memory. So, nerdy gift or nerd occasion that you experienced on Christmas that you hold near and dear to your heart. Throw out some honorable mentions if you like. Let's bask in the nostalgia of other people buying us toys at ages where we were not expected to return the favor. Let's live in that glory for a few minutes.
I think mine was I got Elder Scrolls 3 Morrowind for Christmas for the Xbox, the original Xbox.
Nice.
Never played it on PC before that because I always had a shit PC. And after we opened presents, I went into our, we have a screened in porch, but it's like a sunroom, so it's not really screened in, it's glass and has a fireplace and stuff. And I had my Xbox back there, turned it on, played it all day. Didn't even talk to anybody else. I just played this one game for about 12 hours.
That's astounding, because when I recently popped Morrowind, that exact disc you're talking about, into my Xbox One, I think it took 3 hours just to download the updates to actually play it. So that would have been 3 hours I would have had to spend with other humans. Was that, if you don't mind me asking, was that like a parent or a grandparent gift, or just a special request
Santa.
that you begged for? A Santa gift?
Parent,
okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
It was one of those where it was in a magazine, one of those Sears magazines or something. I circled it a bunch of times and then gave it to my parents. I was like, all right, give me this.
Especially when there's just one or two things that you really want and you just rip those pages out. You're like, don't even look at the rest of the magazine. I've done your work for you. I've taken care of the labor. Here you are.
Here you are. Do this.
That's
and what's funny is
gift.
we used to have that. Now we have Amazon wishlist, but my parents don't know how to use that, so I'm screwed.
Ian, I've never told anybody but my own wife this out loud. I like shopping for these things. That is my present. So when I say I want to buy my own present, it may be because I'm a picky jackass. That's possible. But I actually enjoy the facet of all right, what am I going to find that's a good deal right now that fits the criteria of something that I want? I enjoy it. I hate shopping for everything else. If it's functional, clothes, food, I despise it. I hate paying bills in all other respects, but I enjoy spending money selfishly on myself. So I don't love the Amazon wish lists and stuff, because I'd rather no, you give me the Best Buy gift card, and then when Best Buy puts their random specials on, what did I just buy the other day? Oh, Scott Pilgrim vs. the World. It just dropped $5, and I took that as a sign from the video game deities that I needed to buy
You need to go and get
physical copy. But here's the catch, is that you need $35 for free shipping, and it was then $29.99. So then I had to add on a garbage game that I don't care about to get it to the free shipping. So I had to add a $7.99 garbage game called...
What garbage game was that?
It is called, let me see if I can see it, Curved Space. It is a twin stick shooter, and it was I think $7.99, and it is available on PS4, Xbox One, and Switch. I got it on the Switch, and it received low 60s reviews from Metacritic. I had never heard of it. It was just it was the only sub $10 game that was not just absolute garbage. It is a real game. It's not some weird Santa Claus. I can picture a stupid one with Santa Claus on it, or some bad sports party or soccer FIFA 2K19. It was the only one that was an actual game that looked in theory I would potentially pop it in someday, and I won't, but gotta do what you gotta do to hit the shipping total.
Yeah, there you go.
I don't know why I just went on a really long tangent when I'm supposed to be talking about Christmas memories, or more importantly, I'm interrupting your Christmas memories.
Well, I'm pretty much done, but yeah, I like the wish list thing. I don't really like it because I'm the kind of a person, if I see something that I want, I'm just going to get it, because why wait to not get it? Right now I have table mounts for my flight sticks, and it's really cool, or it's gonna be really cool, because it mounts to your table. Then there's a mouse pad and the thing that I can put this guy on and be able to play Star Citizen very comfortably.
Awesome.
But I could get it right now, or 2 weeks ago when I put it on my list, and be playing this game for the next month. But no, I gotta wait till Christmas, and then I'm still probably not going to get it.
I'm sorry to hear that, but
that's just how it happens. I put all these things on the list. Like I put Catan on a wish list last year, or maybe 2 years ago. I got the expansion pack of Catan, and still don't have Catan.
Terrifying is what that is. Downright terrifying. Deals dictate what I want, so the idea of specifying, like, there's always a couple of titles I can always think of, 2 or 3 Switch games, for example, that I absolutely know I'll try to purchase them at some point. But mostly deals dictate what I buy, so it hurts me to kind of put together a list, because I'm like, all right, well, I want this game, but I wouldn't pay more than this for it, or I'd want this game, but it goes on sale for this amount here sometimes, or I'd like. And so then my
even
Christmas
if somebody
list,
else is buying it for you, you still have to dictate the deal.
I want my mom to save a few bucks, Ian. Okay, that's important to me. Which do you have any honorable mention Christmas moments that you care to bring up?
No, I mean, like I already talked about getting the N64, but on that one, actually, that is kind of funny because I got that. I knew I was getting it. So the night before, I actually went and opened it up and took it upstairs and played it and almost beat Diddy Kong Racing until like 5 a.m. And then I rewrapped everything and put it back downstairs.
That's awesome.
Sorry, Mom and Dad, if you watch this.
Congratulations.
Well, but
if your mom and dad watch this, I'll be astonishingly impressed because that will make one person that's watched this. I have a few honorable mentions, and one of them is I have to turn the camera ever so slightly. Over here, you'll see a Serpentera and a Godzilla toy. You can kind of see them to the left of the KE sign. Serpentera's in the back, Godzilla's in front. I was probably 4 or 5, and my sister got Serpentera and I got Godzilla, and I was very upset because we obviously, we both wanted Serpentera because we weren't into like kaiju monster movies and things. So I was very upset. And we still bring up that Christmas like jokingly in the family a lot. I was probably 4 or 5, so that's an honorable mention. Last year is a weird kind of honorable mention because my mom had COVID and she was fairly ill. Like she was in the hospital for quite a while, but she still is on oxygen. We're talking a year later. Like she had it very seriously, and she has other pre-existing conditions. So very scary, right? And she got it like Thanksgiving. We didn't really have a standard Christmas that year. So very scary. But ultimately, she is well, and we're all excited to go see her for Christmas this year. Happy ending and whatnot. But then so that was memorable in a different way. But then also she got really good at shopping online because she spent most of her time lying down. So she's got really good at bargain shopping on eBay and Mercari and things. So I actually got a pretty solid stack of Switch games from my mom. I got, I don't know, like 5 or 6. And she was so proud of the prices, like telling me because she knows I like getting deals and all that. So that, like, oddly, I couldn't tell you which 5 games or whatever it was. I could maybe pick out 1 or 2, but I just remember being kind of amused at the idea that she spent all that time laying in bed getting good at picking deals up on eBay and Mercari and Amazon.
That's awesome.
But I think my favorite one I'm going to go with, and I don't remember what year it was, but it kind of reinvigorated my interest in retro games, was that Mom and Dad got me, I was probably in college, like maybe junior or senior year, and up to that point I pretty much had a PS2, and one of my roommates had a PS3, so we mostly played that. But they got me like a 3-in-1 system, and it wasn't even like a Retron. Like it was a horrible garbage. I don't know how much they paid. Not a lot of money. It was a bad system. But It did the Genesis, Super Nintendo, and like most of the Genesis were like locked out. It would say, hey, you can't You can't play this game on this console. It's no licensed console. So it was really a 2-in-1. The buttons on the controller were backwards. They were awful controllers. It was only composite, not HDMI. It was a horrible piece of hardware, and I don't think they expected it to be good. But it kind of reinvigorated my interest in retro, like retro gaming, and kind of inspired me to go dig out what few Super Nintendo and quite a few Nintendo games that we had, and was kind of a big turning point. I want to say if I was a senior in college, most likely, because then the next year I moved to St. Louis for a year, and I did spend a fair amount of time waffling back and forth between my PS2, or more and more as the year went on, I was accumulating more NES games and Super Nintendo games because we had like nothing else to do in the apartment. So like a minor thing that just sort of became very impactful, and it was a good idea that up at that time I would not have thought of. And I don't know what made my parents think of it. Maybe my mom just has a weird premonition of cool stuff like that. So I think that's what I'm going to go with as my most memorable gift. I said last year memorable in a different way. And then a couple of like other honorable mention individual gifts I got that I still think about sometimes. I got Kingdom Hearts on the PlayStation 2 as like my second new PS2 game that I ever got. Harry Potter books, I basically got a new one every Christmas. They would come out in July. July or August. I'd borrow them from the library and read them or whatever, and then that Christmas my parents would give them to me. My wife's first Christmas gift to me was a KU watch, like a KU National Championship watch. That's pretty cool. I still have that.
Nice.
And then one year I had one or two Green Day albums, and I got really into Green Day as like a junior or senior in high school. And so then I got like every single Green Day album that Christmas, back when CD Trade Post was still important and meaningful. Rest your soul, R.I.P. CD Trade Post. And those are my fantastic Christmas memories. No point to that other than to, like I said, bask in the nostalgia of other people buying us presents before we had money to buy other people presents. That's pretty exciting times. What a time to be alive, Ian.
No, right?